What's up, guys? Bringing you a little WMD gameplay. I actually get really lucky in this gameplay. My teammate leaves me a nice little doggy's care package towards the ends, which really helps the score. But that's all I'm going to say about the gameplay, because I know you guys don't give two shits about the gameplay, let alone even if it's in the background. I don't even know if... Here's a question for you guys before I get started. Do you guys actually like watch the gameplay, or do you just tone out the gameplay and just listen to what anyone has to say commentator-wise? Because I know I do that a lot. I'll set if I'm watching on an iPod or my iPhone, I'll set it down next to me and I'll just I'll listen to it. I won't actually watch the gameplay unless it's like a montage. But most of the time I don't really watch the gameplay. You've pretty much seen everything unless it's like an awesome clip, and then I'll just look at the score at the end and go, oh yeah, he did pretty good. But enough about that. What I want to say is I want to bring up one of my biggest fears. One of my biggest fears besides heights. I'm deathly afraid of heights. Like, I don't care about roller coaster heights. Like if I'm on the top of like the Millennium Force or the Dragster or anything like that, I don't get scared. It's the heights where you're unprotected. So if I'm like on my roof, that's scary to me. My legs get all weak and I get all shaky and a little nervous. Or if I have to climb up on a ladder. If I have to climb up on a ladder and it's higher than, say, I don't know, 7 or 8 feet, I get really nervous. But one of my biggest fears is I have a really, really shy bladder. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people have this problem. I am deathly afraid of public bathrooms. I'll go into public bathrooms, and if there's no one in there, I'll be able to take a pee, or, God forbid, have me take a poop. Like, I cannot take a dump in a public bathroom. I just can't do it. I have to do the flush trick where, like, when I start to poop, I have to like flush the toilet because I'm afraid that someone's gonna hear. I don't know. Like, I don't know what my big fear is about public restrooms, but I can't do it. Like, if you go into a public restroom and you got the 4 stalls on the wall, and there's like 2 guys standing next to you, and you have to go either in that middle toilet or like one next to somebody, I'll stand there and I will not be able to pee at all. I won't be able to do it. It's impossible. I don't know. I had to take a drug test for work, and I knew that the ladies were like standing outside the bathroom door, and it took me like 10 minutes to actually fill up that little cup, because I kept having to like force myself to piss because I couldn't do it because there's fucking people outside. It bothers me so much. If I go to, like, say if I stop over at your house and I was like, hey man, can I use the bathroom? And you're like, oh yeah, sure, it's right over there, and I knew that you were somewhere outside the door, I wouldn't be able to go. I would go in there, I would stand there, I would fake pee and then flush the toilet and then leave, like, and then have to piss again still when I leave. It's a terrible, terrible thing to have, because especially if you go on like road trips. I like to travel, so I go on road trips a lot, and we drive 5, 6, 7 hours, and you stop for lunch, and I like spicy food, so I eat a lot of spicy stuff. So when I eat spicy stuff, you got to get the spicy shits, and the spicy shits come at you. They're like, okay, Hershey squirts, here it comes. You're gonna have to take a poop now, and it bugs me because I have to go into like these public restrooms, and half the time you either have to find you get lucky and you can stop at a rest stop as you're driving down the freeway, which most of the time, if you're going up North Michigan, up there's nobody in there. Or I actually had an experience the other day. I was drinking draft beer and had some pizza the night before, and then we had to drive like 3 hours to go to a funeral. And a lot of you may know that draft beer and pizza, the draft beer alone will give you like carbonated poop. Like, for some reason, it just feels like it's like the carbonation inside the draft beer is like has been transferred over into your shit, and I don't know. The shit floats, which is crazy shit floating on the toilet. But well, that had happened, and I was like, all right, I have to go, and I have to stop at the restroom. I cannot go any farther. So when I get in there, you hear a lot of stories about maybe like sex in truck stop stalls or shit like that. Well, that does happen. You put your foot under the door, and that's the sign for I'm ready to go. I'm ready to bang you out. If you accept, you put your foot back under the door, and you share in a gay moment. I have never partaked in that. I don't even know why I would know that, but now you guys probably think that I'm a truck stop whore. Well, it could be true. I could be a truck stop whore, but I'm not gonna, only once, twice, maybe 3 times. I lost track. In all honesty, I lost track. But anyway, they've seemed to have implemented things to stop this from going on, and there was like a half-wall stall. Like all the stalls were half-walled. So I'm 6'4", so when I sat on the toilet, I'm like shoulders above the wall, looking at everybody as they're peeing, and I'm taking like a monster shit because I couldn't hold it. I couldn't do it. The draft shits, they're coming out, and they're coming out hard. Yep. So here I am in this fucking bathroom in this stupid stall. I'm deathly afraid of public restrooms, and they've set me up for ultimate failure because here I am in half a stall pooping. Well, what's even worse is I stand up to wipe my ass. So I know that's like a big thing that a lot of people sit down to wipe their ass. Well, I stand up. I wipe my ass while standing up. It's just something I've always done. I didn't know there was anything wrong with it, but I guess there is. I guess it's not normal to stand up and wipe your ass, but I don't know. What do you guys do? Do you guys stand up and wipe your ass, or do you sit down and wipe your ass? I can't see sitting down and wiping my ass because I would be afraid that like poop would get on my taint and up under my balls, and it would just be like a big collection of poop under my balls. I have no idea. That's got to be something with me. I'm guessing that's just got to be something that I'm afraid of. I don't know. I seem to be very afraid of random things like poop under my balls. Afraid of pooping in public restrooms. And then see, I mean, that's another thing. Like I'm afraid to poop in public restrooms. So what happens? I poop all over myself. I mean, you guys heard the story. I took a dump all over myself. It's just a very bad fear to have, isn't it? It is. Now that I look back on it, now that I think about it while doing this commentary, I'm a fucked up guy. There's a lot of things wrong with me. I am very homosexual in the way that I talk, which I guess is kind of funny. I do it all the time. We do it at work, and that's probably one of the most funniest things is when you talk like you're gay at work, because then when the new people come in, especially around this time of the year, I work in retail, so we're hiring a bunch of seasonal hires, and me and my buddies from work, we act gay as hell. I mean, we will be, we don't go as far as to like gripping up on each other's butts or anything like that, but we will for sure be like, hey girl, hey, how are you? Jeez, how are you doing? Stuff like that all the time. And the new guys always think we're gay, which is funny. They either always think we're gay or they always think we're assholes. If you guys have been on my channel and you heard that the douchebag story about that I was a douchebag in high school, well, I kind of have that that swagger about me where I come off like a giant asshole if you meet me in person, which I'm really not. I mean, I'm really a down-to-earth guy, but I'm one that walks with my head up. I'm not one to look down at the ground. I'm not shy to speak my mind. I'm not I'm a stand-up kind of guy, and I think that comes off as intimidating to some people, which I don't mean it to be, but I just think that sometimes that people who walk with their head down and all this nonsense, they kind of bring shame on themselves. But and I have no idea where I'm going with this now. This has gotten a little ridiculous. But yeah, don't walk with your head down. Keep your head up. This is now a motivational speech. Keep your head up. You're all good guys. You're all great. We all love you, especially anyone who watches these videos and listens to me talk. You guys are fantastic. So I thank you for that. But anyway, back to my public restroom extravaganza that I was referring to. I guess this is a common fear. People are afraid of public restrooms, and what really bothers me is if you go into a stadium and there's those big trough stalls, the big ones that fucking pigs and shit eat out of, that they decide that they're gonna plop right in the middle of the bathroom and it trails the wall. If any of you are from Michigan or from Detroit, Joe Louis Arena, prime example. You walk in the men's bathroom from one side of the wall to the other, up to the stalls. There's a big 50-foot trough, and everyone piles in. And check out this gift by my teammate. Thank you, sir. I will take your dogs because he is hopping up in the chopper right now. So, how is anyone supposed to pee? There's 50 fucking guys, and you gotta squeeze in, and I'm a tall guy, so if there's a short guy, you get a glance of his little Johnson or his big Johnson, depending on who it is next to you. It's creepy. I mean, I don't know. I always fear that people are just staring at me. I don't know. That's my public fears in the restroom extravaganzas. So I mean, what are some of your guys' biggest fears? I know that there's some crazy ones out there. I know there's some people afraid of whatever. I'm also really deathly afraid of snakes, but that's for another day. I cry when I see snakes, but thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed my randomness that I have just spewed out of my mouth, because I know it went 1,000 different ways. Thank you all for your support, and I really do appreciate it, and I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Thank you guys for all the support. As always, check out my latest video and be sure to follow me on Twitter